good, what's popping, what's cracking, what's percolating, what is really good in the hood. It is your man Theo Butler. And yes, I'm in a different part of the house. Got to be. Because the missus is at work. She works from home. And it's kind of like I'm in her office, her office when she doing stuff. And okay. But that never mind. What's up? How y'all doing? Y'all ready? Y'all getting ready for the holidays and everything? I gotta say holidays because I don't know necessarily how folks looking at it and everything like that. But yes, are y'all ready for the holiday? Before we begin, like, share, subscribe. If you like, leave a comment. If you don't like, leave a constructive comment. Yes, I'm coming to y'all early this week. Special edition. What a week it was Wednesday. We doing it on Tuesday because I was under the impression that for whatever reason, y'all don't laugh at me. My phone, I'm gonna blame my cell phone. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna blame my cell phone. My cell phone had Thanksgiving tomorrow. I ain't never experienced Thanksgiving on a Wednesday. I wasn't asking no question. I ain't asked my phone no question. Shout out to my brother D Real. I always say it's hard to be done with a smart device in your hand. I just Googled it and say, yeah. I don't know what you were thinking about. Thanksgiving is on Thursday, as it should be. But that ain't what this episode is about. This episode is about a lot of stuff in regards to comic books, superheroes, the Marvels, the movie, Nia DaCosta, MCU, just everybody. We're going to knock it all out the park because I understand some folks got questions. I ain't got all the answers. I do not have all the answers. I do have some. But I think we got a great show today that's going to provide answers to questions that people are looking at. First thing, y'all see the topics that we got going on. Do comic book characters need NIL deals? And I'm going to say yes, they do need NIL deals. People like Theo. Comic book characters don't exist. You're right. They're not real. They still need agents, though. There's a lot of them out here being misrepresented like a big dog. And I'm just saying this based on conversations that I've had with quite a few, and these all going to tie in together. Conversations that I've had with quite a few people that look like me that went to go see the Marvels. Now, those people that I interacted with are all on social media. I'm not the first social media influencer they came across. I'm not even gonna act like that. I'm not the first social media influencer they came across that like superheroes. I'm gonna say that. What I can tell you is that I'm tripping on how many I'm coming across that did not know Monica Rambeau's story till I told them. Now that's where I'm at because I'm like, wait. I'm not the first one you came across. How did you not know this? The character wasn't represented right. the character need commercials. The character need an agent. Monica Rambeau need an agent. That's what that is. Monica Rambeau need an agent. Sam Wilson need an agent. Adam Brashear, damn good God Almighty Jesus, he need an agent. James Rhodes, damn sure needs an agent. And the reason I'm looking at it because I'm like, so you didn't know Monica had a father, but you enjoyed the movie. So how long you been rocking with the MCU? Because WandaVision ain't just come out this year. So you mean to tell me going all the way back to when you saw that sister, it's official. The Rock With Me Nation moderator is in the building, and whenever he's in the building, it's official. Y'all got to bear with me. Y'all know I'm nearsighted. I can't see. I need to get some glasses like DMC, so I'm gonna make it do what it do to make sure that I can greet y'all properly. Y'all that's in the comments and everything like that. I want to make sure because I can't see. I take the glasses off. I can't see that far. So if I ain't see you, don't get mad at me. The Komodo Kid is in the building. So yeah, don't get mad at me if I several of these characters need agents. Yeah, they need agents. Monica Rambeau need an agent. Sam Wilson need an agent. Oh my good, Lamar Hoskins definitely needs an agent. Now, if you're an MCU fan and you didn't know that Monica Rambeau has a father, then I'm of the mindset you don't know that Lamar Hoskins is still living. I'm of the mindset, which is a segue, if you will. A segue, if you will. I'm going to say it like this because I could talk about them characters needing agents, but watch this. The characters don't necessarily need agents. If black comic book fans knew the comics. If black comic book fans knew the comics, the black comic book characters wouldn't need agents. I'm going to use the word that started this whole ruckus. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed because that character been out for a minute. And I don't know if you rocking with me like I'm rocking with you, like I'm rocking with you, like you rocking with me, you rocking with me, you know what I know about Monica. Think about what I just said. You know what I know about T'Challa. Think about what I just said. You know what I know about Shorty. Think about what you don't have to read comic books. And I put that on Twitter today. If you don't read comic books for whatever reason, then you need to link up with somebody that does read comics. It's way too many folks saying they didn't know Frank Rambo existed. And I'm not the first YouTuber they look at. I'm not the YouTuber that told them to go and see this movie. I'm not the YouTuber that told them they would enjoy this movie. I'm not, because I knew the father was missing. I've been knowing the father was missing ever since Captain Marvel. So that should have actually been a flag thrown on the play in the first Captain Marvel movie. Where was Frank Rambo? How many years did I just go back? Now, people want to talk about who's not doing this and who's not doing that. I'm going to say it one more time. I'm going to say it for the gram. Comic book fans cross all demographic, not MCU fans, not occasional. I'm talking about people that go into the comic book store and actually read the comic book. I'm not talking about people that go in the comic store just to take pictures in the comic book store, like they go in the action figure store just to take pictures showing them in it. No. I'm not talking about people that just for kicks and giggles you can see. No. I'm talking about people that are actually giving you the information that's within the pages of the comic book, the graphic novel, the textbook. That's what I'm talking about, because it's way too many. It doesn't do anybody any good to just put on for the gram. That's not shady. What it is it sets us up for failure. If you know our culture, our ethnicity as a people, we don't read. So it's incumbent upon us, those of us who say we do, to actually do it. Read. Here's what's going on. And I'm looking at it, and I look at how people move. I don't just look at the words. I just look at how people move. You can tell based on jargon, that's conversation piece, and actions, that quite a few people are superhero fans, MCU fans, but not Marvel comic book fans. And yes, there is a damn difference. I'm going to say it one more time. You're MCU fans, superhero fans even, but comic book fans, no. It's way too many people on social media talking about they like superheroes, but they don't know their stories. How? That's not possible. If you don't read, that's one thing, which is crazy, because the superhero is literally, you literally got to pick up the book. But if I sit back and I say, and those of us that are my age, maybe a little bit younger or a little bit older, y'all remember that joke, that running joke? If you want to hide something from a black person, put it in a book. That was the running joke when I was in high school back in the 80s. Here I sit. It is 2023, and I'm literally checking Twitter, whatever you want to call it, YouTube. And you can be mad at me all day long, if you want to. I'm not the person you're selling short. You're selling yourself short, and you're selling those of us that you say you care for short, because you're not who you claim to be. You're not as knowledgeable as you should be. And instead of owning it, what you want to do is keep deflecting, keep misdirecting. No, I'm finna tell you why women not effing with the Marvels. The women that are comic book fans, just like African Americans that are comic book fans, just like members of the LGBTQ that are comic book fans, just like Latino Americans that are comic book fans, just like Asian Americans that are they don't want to be pandered to. They're comic book fans. They didn't like the Marvels for the same damn reason quite a few dudes didn't like the Marvels, because they knew that wasn't an accurate story. They knew the story. They were pissed. They knew what Marvel was trying to do. They knew that Marvel was trying to kiss their ass. And instead of giving them what they wanted, Marvel decided to give them what they wanted, and the women rejected it. No different than African Americans rejected Black Panther. No different than European Americans rejected Ant-Man and Wasp into the Quantumania. They're rejecting it because it's not consistent with the comics. The LGBTQ rejected the Eternals. Phastos was there, right there for them. Now, what Marvel should have did to get it right, Marvel didn't want to do that. The LGBTQ, out of last year's Black Panther movie, they wanted Io and Anika. You're just now putting Anika on the screen. They want to see that relationship get paid off. You made them wait for it. Anika was not in the first Black Panther movie, and every Black Panther comic book fan knows it. Every Black Panther comic book fan knows the significance of that character. Regardless of what demographic that Black Panther fan hails from, that Black Panther fan knows the significance of that character. And when you did not pay her off, the LGBTQ, whom you were, and many women whom are Black Panther fans. Let me say it one more time. I'm not talking about the Black women, members of the LGBTQ that are superhero fans. I'm not talking about them. I'm not talking about Black women, members of the LGBTQ that are MCU fans. No. I'm talking about that little Black girl that's been reading comics since she was a kid. I'm talking about that member of the LGBTQ that's been reading comics since they were a kid. They knew that was garbage. They didn't buy it because the best representation of them is not in the MCU. It's in the comics, which is cheaper, by the way. You know how many comic books I can go to the comic book store and buy in regards to one movie ticket? If I want to see Aurora Monroe, I could go buy X-Men Red. The movie ticket is what, $20? If I'm going regular time. I just got Aurora Monroe X-Men Red. Now watch this. If I'm a Aurora Monroe fan, I can take the change that's left over, slide right on over to eBay, and get me an Aurora Monroe action figure for the low. Yes, I can. Whether it's Toy Biz, whether it's Hasbro, for the same movie ticket price, I got X-Men Red that's going to give me way more shine and do a way better job of telling me who in the hell Aurora Monroe is, and I got an action figure to represent him. I want y'all to think about it. And if you're looking at me right now, this is me debunking this whole damn story that they keep saying men didn't like the Marvels. We didn't. Which man you talk to? Did you talk to the man that's a comic book fan that can articulate and tell you exactly, specifically why he didn't like the Marvels? Did you? Or did you just talk to a MCU fan that's a man? Or did you talk to one of those male chauvinist pigs that seem to be grabbing the headlines? Like, y'all don't talk to men. Y'all don't. Y'all want to talk to the worst of us to see how we feel about a movie that with female leads that failed. They don't speak for us. They don't. Them the same damn dudes that didn't go see Wonder Woman. But those of us that went to go see Wonder Woman, enjoyed Wonder Woman, those of us that take pride in women, You ain't asked us not one damn question. Matter of fact, to a degree, some of y'all have went above and beyond to besmirch us, to make us feel irrelevant because of the knowledge we possess. No, you might want to listen to what we're saying, because what we're saying would get you the representation you deserve. What we want to talk about is why nobody didn't go see the Marvels. Well, Tiana Paris should have been Captain Marvel. Tiana Paris should have been that little linchpin that Nick Fury was calling to save them from Thanos. That should have been what that was. She missed out on money. She missed out on money. Let that be a talking point. She missed out on money. WandaVision did nothing to tell you where her abilities come from. Aside from not Cat Williams, I forget the young lady's name, two broke girls. Aside from her making that little line talking about your body has already been altered, you don't know where, why, how Monica came across her powers. You think Auntie Carol gave them to her? She got and was Auntie Carol supposed to be gay? Because Auntie Carol is supposed to be in a whole ass relationship with James Rose. Used to be in a whole ass. Carol Danvers is heterosexual. They say all that they want to. Carol Danvers is a heterosexual woman. That she's not gay at all. So I don't know where we're trying to come with this, and watch this. The closest you got to seeing, knowing that she was in a relationship with James Rose is that little scene in Endgame when she look at him and tell him something like, take care. Comic book fans know that. Comic book fans know that James Rose and Carol Danvers are in a whole ass relationship. Word. Can't tell you, because Carol and James, because I'm reading the Avengers right now, the comic book, the Avengers with Vision, Carol Danvers, T'Challa, Sam Wilson, Tony Stark, Wanda, and Thor. I'm reading the comic book, so make sure y'all subscribe to the channel and everything like that. We dropping comic books like that and everything. But yeah, I'm reading the comics. Reading. You don't have to. I got you. Reading. So if you don't read, this ain't an indictment. You ain't got to read. What I'm saying is link up, subscribe to somebody that reads the comic books. And you got to do your due diligence, because like I said, I went out there and thought some stuff. Not everybody reads, not everybody knows. For whatever reason, you want to know if you being represented properly on the big screen. You should. This you. You don't read comics? Get that. Understand that. Listen, you chasing the buck. Listen, I'm never finna be mad at nobody for chasing the bag. I ain't. Damn it, I'm trying to be right there with you. But there are those of us that's doing it for you. You don't have to. You don't. You don't. The receiver ain't got to throw the receiver the football. It's the quarterback throwing it. And the quarterback ain't got to catch the football. It's the receiver that's catching it. The quarterback ain't got to. Everybody got a job. But we shooting ourselves in the foot as so-called fans if we not knowing what we talking about. Let me sounds like exactly when folks wanted that name and shooter romance. Comic book fans knew if you read the comics, Deadliest of the Species, shout out to Reginald Hutton, you know damn good and well Shorty being interested in Namor, if she thought he had something to do with Wakanda. Shorty went to Atlantis and killed thousands, took the hot toots at Isaiah, not the Dora Milaje. She took the hot toot to Atlantis and killed thousands. So if you're wondering why, damn, I just knocked my action figures off. If you're wondering why Black Panther didn't do well, if a comic book fan was watching that movie, they killed that movie when they walked out because they slaughtered it with their reviews. They knew the storylines that you borrowed from. Hell, I'm a comic book fan, having been made to watch that damn movie last year. I knew what damn storylines you borrowed from, and every damn comic book fan said the same thing. If you could borrow from Deadliest of the Species, Why is T'Challa dead? Made no damn sense. Every comic book fan that read Spider-Man annual, every last damn one of them, they rejected your movie soon as the script went public. Soon as your plot went public, every Carol Danvers fan, comic book fan, I'm not talking MCU fan, I'm not talking superhero fan, I'm talking every comic book fan, when they got a hold of that plot, that script, they made up in their mind they wasn't going. Why? Because it's the comic. Now here's the thing, the damnedest thing, you're not taking these liberties with Harry Potter. You're not taking these liberties with Lord of the Rings. Now here's the sad part. Before you opened up your mouth to say something ridiculous to a Lord of the Rings fan or a Harry Potter fan or a Twilight fan, you would take your ass to the damn bookstore and you would make yourself knowledgeable, because those fan bases are respected more than comic book fans. They're feared, and they don't mind, by and large, because they are European, tearing off in your ass. They don't care. You're going to get them damn characters right. We don't have that respect over here. We don't. Monica should have been first because Tiana Paris should have been first. Tiana Paris should have got that buffer, that shine, that Brie Larson. I want y'all to think about this for a second. Brie Larson, after being in the first Captain Marvel movie, after being in Kong Skull Island, don't nobody like her. But she getting all the acclaim. This her second MCU movie. Who we think got the most money? She did. Now, you know what? I've never heard anybody say they don't like Tiana Paris. I've never heard anybody say they don't like Tiana Paris. And she was in a controversial movie, one of the movies that gave her some spotlight, Dear White People. I have asked of yet to hear anybody say they don't like Tiana Paris. Who, by the way, I think she has a daughter, brand new daughter and everything like that. Why she couldn't get that life-changing money? Where were we at? Where were we at when they said they cast Brie Larson as Captain Marvel? Because I know what the men said. I know what the men said. But those of us who were supposed to not only have Monica Rambeau's back, but Tiana Paris back, where were we at? Like, no, hell no. Hell no, I'm good, I'm straight. Like, that should have been a chorus of boos from us saying, no, I'm good, I'm straight. I'm good with that one. Thank you. Or Iman Vellani, she don't know, but watch this. Iman Vellani is writing comic books. So Iman Vellani has went from us not knowing who she was Miss Marvel, critically acclaimed, whether you liked it or not. I think everybody had great things to say about her as an actress. Great job in compartmentalizing, because people act like they can't do that. Somebody can act great in a bad movie. That's possible. It is possible to distinguish between the two. But now she's a writer. We don't think she's gonna create a character at some point in time. Life-changing money, life-changing opportunities. That wasn't presented to Tiana Paris. As a matter of fact, every damn comic book fan knows she sealed up that hole on this side of the universe. So why is she stranded over there? Folks that read comics, they didn't like that damn script. And there's nothing that you can do or say to guilt trip, make them feel like that's a great script. That script went against the damn character. That script went against the character, as did Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That script went against the character of Lamar Hoskins. That script went against the portrayal of Sam Wilson as an Army veteran. That script that they keep feeding y'all, The reason why you don't know, and this ain't saying you right or wrong for not knowing. I'm just stating the facts. You don't know because you don't read comics. That's cool. You don't read comics for whatever reason. Then you have got to find those that do. Those that do are going to tell you the comic. They're going to tell you specifically the storyline. They're going to tell you pretty much the same thing that your pastor tells you if you do go to church on Sundays. Don't take my word for it. Look it up for yourself, which is the responsible thing to do. But if the question is why that movie failed, the movie had an agenda. Well, if you're a female who reads comics, you already mad that Marvel was gender swap. You already mad. You read, see, this is the thing. You're a comic book fan. When we say why, if the question is what happened to the women, low key we being sexist because we're thinking that it was only on the women. No. It's an MCU fan. They catered to the women, but did they cater to the female comic book fan? That's the better question you need to be asking. Did they cater to the comic book fan? And I've heard it before that Marvel don't make their movies for comic book fans. If you got a close relationship with Marvel, you need to tell them to stop because that's what's getting them in trouble. Comic book fans have checked out. Comic book fans came around for phase 1. Comic book fans came around for phase 2. Comic book fans started giving Marvel the side eye with phase 3. And we ain't even with Marvel in phase 4. That the comic book fan crosses all demographics. And if you as a man, you as an African American, don't like being pandered to, don't like being insulted, don't like people playing on stereotypes and everything like that, then what did you think the female felt? In the Marvels, if we're saying that Carol is Monica's auntie, what stereotype, what stereotrope are we pushing with women that they might be sick and damn tired of? Anybody ask them? And I'm not talking about the female MCU fan. I'm not talking about the female superhero fan. I'm talking about the female comic book fan. Anybody ask them how they feel? Anybody ask them how they feel? Because we're talking about Maria Rambeau being a single black mother. We asked any of the females how they feel about that being put out there because it was a female or black female that wrote that, much like a black female, a black male wrote that nonsense with T'Challa. If we're not giving Ryan Coogler a pass, why are we giving Nia DaCosta a pass? I believe in equal energy. I know I'm not in the office, but that's a negative ass stereotype. Here's the sad part. Marvel had, and comic book fans know this. Not MCU fans, not superhero fans. Comic book fans know this. Marvel has had several opportunities to pivot and chose not to. That's a conscious decision. That's a conscious decision. See, you can put out Captain Marvel, get the negative feedback that you do, and Frank would have showed up in WandaVision because you heard people ask where Frank was in Captain Marvel. When did that movie come out? 2019? No. When did Captain Marvel come out? 2018? Okay, so you got folks still pissed about that movie. Well, if Frank can't be in that movie, Frank can't be in WandaVision either. Oh, because the snap. Well, when do you get Frank? See, that's a great question. Hell, low key, you ain't even got Maria. Comic book fans know this. Black female comic book fans know this. Black female comic books that might be around about my age, you know, the ones that was watching The Cosby Show, Living Single, Different World and everything like that. You know, when we did everything, we weren't just thugs, hoods, and when we did everything, when it was okay to pick up. Yeah, that age group right there, they not looking at that because they like, wait a minute. Monica is a lieutenant from the New Orleans Harbor Patrol. She has a great relationship with her mother and father. We don't see that enough, do we? I think the last father-son relationship, daughter relationship I saw was Power. I'm being funny. It was grownish, blackish. But think about what I just said, because I don't think either of them two shows are on right now. So you got the black female comic book fan who knows Monica's origin, likes her story, followed her all the way through the Avengers, looking at everything, knowing damn good and well that Carol Danvers was right there, and she wasn't Captain Marvel, she was Miss Marvel, damn binary, Warbird. Every female comic book fan who had an issue with what they did with Monica in her run with the Avengers when they sidelined her, every black comic book female fan that had an issue with Monica's name being changed, every black female, they didn't go see that damn movie. Now, I just said, because that's who they were pandering Monica Rambeau to. They thought the black female comic book fan didn't give two damns about Frank Rambeau. They thought the black comic book fan didn't give two damns about Monica's story. They thought if we just put Monica in there, if we just put her in there, you'll like her. She ain't even got the damn. Somebody said she phased. If you are you don't even know Monica's power set. You think Monica is cool with Kamala. Monica don't even know Kamala. Other than the fact she another damn superhero. She don't. She don't. She don't. All this auntie stuff and everything, Auntie Carol. Carol is not Frank. Matter of fact, Maria is old enough to be Carol's damn mama. Maria and Frank both are old enough to be Carol's damn mama and daddy. That ain't no friendship. That ain't no auntie. And every comic book fan that saw that nonsense in the first movie, well, hell, how long they been pissed off? And how many times have you had to get it right? You're doing the What If series. In the What If series, you're doubling down on the fact that Marvel is a female. All right. The only people that's going to be cool with that are superhero fans, because they get to see cartoons with superheroes in them, and MCU fans, because it's an MCU project. But Marvel comic book fans, no. And so if the What If series, if Disney's numbers continue to decline like they have been over the past 2 to 3 years, it's because they've alienated and continue to alienate a fan base, which even on social media don't get the respect that it's due, because it's you're supposed to know. You're supposed to know if I'm looking at Kevin Feige and I'm going to hold Kevin Feige responsible for not knowing, you're supposed to know. Like that's just what that is, because man, you got the voice. You got the numbers. They're going to listen to you. Well, I mean, you got to tell them the truth. Like, that's what that is. That's what being a leader all about at the end of the day. You can't mislead folks. Like, if they not coming over here or they going over to D-Real, where they going to get the truth from to know what's going on with these characters? Who all other than myself and D-Real that's on YouTube that said Lamar Hoskins was a sergeant major and didn't get the respect? Who going to toot that horn? Who going to let it be known that our black characters getting mistreated? Who going to speak up for them so that Don Cheadle ain't walking around like the character? First, Don Cheadle, where's the Armor Wars series at? Mind you, that was Tony's story. So they was finna give us Tony's story through him. Why is he still paralyzed? Once again, the MCU has a chance to pivot. Well, folks not asking the question, maybe comic book fans are pissed at the fact that James Rhodes is still paralyzed, and maybe they wanted nothing to do with Secret Invasion. Maybe that was it. Maybe they didn't like the fact that the way Secret Invasion was being portrayed had absolutely nothing to do with the damn comics at all. Well, if the comic book fan didn't like Secret Invasion and the comic book fan didn't like Flashpoint for the same damn reason that it does not honor, respect, pay homage to the source material, then nobody should be surprised that the Marvels failed. Nobody. The director told you what her mission was, to make it fun, funny, and thoughtful. Said nothing about a superhero story. You got the shortest runtime for a Marvel movie. You got 3 superheroes packed in it, and Monica's the only one that ain't damn developed. What they will give you, instead of giving you Monica's story, they'll give you a Maria Rambo race swapping as binary in an alternate universe. An alternate universe that Monica shouldn't be stuck in. Why? Because in her very first comic book appearance, that same damn thing happened and she sealed it. So now I know, much like I did with Deadliest of the Species, you read Amazing Spider-Man Annual 16. You read Amazing Spider-Man Annual 16. Well, both her mother and father show up in. Thus you have the knowledge, and you still chose to do something to pander to women who aren't comic book fans. See, that's where you messed up at. You pandered to women that aren't comic book fans. You should have pandered to the woman that was a comic book fan, because the woman that's a comic book fan, she would have been watching, she would have went to go watch the Marvels. She would have went and took her homegirls and her daughters to go see the Marvels. She would be motivated to go buy some merch, spend some money on some merch. That's what she would be motivated to do. Much like quite a few people did with Black Panther. They went to go see the movie. Word of mouth, they told folks the movie was good. They went back to go see the movie. They took their homeboy to the movie. They took their sons, their nephews, their grandchildren to go see the movie. That's what wound up happening. They bought that damn, they skipped right past the DVD. They said, I don't want that. They bought the Blu-ray. You know, the one with all the other stuff in it. They bought the Blu-ray. And being who they are, fans, Black Panther comic book fans. So just so we clear, you got fans people that are fans of the Black Panther, the character. They don't read comics. Then you got people that are fans of the character that showed up in the MCU, Black Panther MCU fans. They don't read comics. Then you got Black Panther fans that read comics. Well, they never stop spending money on that particular character, that IP. Thus, we keep getting stuff with that IP. Y'all killed that in the MCU. We're not supporting that in the MCU. We don't even trust that in the MCU. Spinning the story forward in the MCU. Let me make sure I keep up with these notes, because y'all rocking with me. Thank y'all so much for that. I'm going to go all the way up to the top to come on. Your kid in the building. Several of these characters need agents. They do. They need NIL letters, because if I'm Lamar Hoskins, I'm hot about my representation in the MCU. What the hell you mean I'm dead? I ain't even make it through the whole series. Bro, I done whoop John's ass in the comics. So you mean to tell me in the MCU I don't get to whoop no ass? No, Lamar, you don't get to whoop no ass. And I'm dead. Yep. How that happen? Super soldier punched you across the room. Your back hit this pole, and that was it. A super soldier, yeah. Bro, I'm stronger than a super soldier. I know, Lamar. Lamar, I know you're stronger than a super soldier. I get it. I understand. Well, how in the hell they gonna have me getting punched across the room? I mean, Lamar, low key, you stayed on your ass damn near the whole series. What you mean? Well, you low key got kicked off a truck too. I got kicked off a truck. Yeah, you got kicked off a truck. If it wasn't for John throwing the shield down there to catch you, boy, look, I didn't fell off a bike before, and I know what them scabs look like. You've been effed up. Do you even know who Lamar Hoskins is? Or do you just know Lamar Hoskins from? Do you know who Lamar Hoskins is Do you know of Lamar Hoskins, as in you've heard about him being a comic book character, or is your knowledge of Lamar Hoskins just limited to the MCU? Mind you, I just got here. When I say I just got here on social media. So my question then would be, what? I just got here. Me and D Real, me and D Real just got here. So we just got here. So if you didn't know that about Lamar Hoskins, Cornelius is in the building. Like I said, we got D Steezer the Rock with the Nation moderator. Steezer, that is the title of the series. What a Week It Was Wednesdays. This is a special edition. Absolutely. Special edition. Cornelius 100. Gatekeeping isn't a bad thing here. I didn't think gatekeeping was. Watch this. Gatekeeping is not a bad thing if you're a Tupac Shakur fan. It ain't. The only time gatekeeping is a bad thing is when the person mad that you know more than they do. That's it. I'm not even gonna go with that one. But yeah, let me keep this. Folks will put in Carol with Valkyrie. Yeah, Carol ain't gay. See, once again, what demographic did you piss off that you were pandering to? You were pandering to the LGBTQ community. Well, the LGBTQ community, those that are comic book fans, not MCU fans, not superhero fans, the LGBTQ community that's comic book fan. Well, if they got a hold to that plot leak like I did, they don't want you pandering to them because they know Carol not gay. See, the thing is that if it ain't in the comics, the comic book fan don't want it, regardless. I know some folks get it twisted. Folks come in with their agendas. They want to race swap this person, gender bend that person, change that person's sexual orientation. It's a reason why it don't work. Before you got that damn job, them characters had fans. You've made a false assumption that the character only had white males as fans. No, Tim Drake has more than white males as fans. Yo bad. You better fix it. You better fix it. Monica Rambeau has more than black women as fans. You better fix it. Carol Danvers has more than white women. You better fix it. Comic book fans, you're a comic book based company. You're a comic book based movie company. You're a comic book based you're a comic book based movie company. And you keep doing these characters like they brand new. Some of these characters got 30, 40, 50 damn years in publication. You can't just do that because the folks that read them damn characters, they still living. They're still living. They're still living. They still living. They still read comics. And regardless of how much some might want to invalidate them, no, at some point in time, cream rise to the top. You can't hide the truth forever. You got to do better. Bars. I remember when some Carol fans were trying to ship her with her friend Jessica Drew. Lord have mercy. Natasha and Bruce was weird enough. This other stuff. Nobody understood that whole damn Black Widow, Incredible Hulk storyline. Thank you, because I'm like, Natasha and Steve, we understood that one. Low key, and this is where you messed up. I don't know. And you see, this is what we're doing here. Everybody that's a comic book fan, we also watch the cartoons. Well, we saw that a cartoon with Cap and Natasha's son. We did that, low key. All those that be talking about Nakia. Well, you're not gonna get no lightning abilities out of T'Challa's son if his mama ain't Aurora. That's not gonna happen. So if you like that damn cartoon, then what you want is you want Marvel to put him and Aurora back together so we can get them to have that child, Azuri, that you keep seeing on the damn cartoon, that people keep wanting to say, oh, T'Challa got a son. No, that he don't. Marvel won't even let the dude be in a damn relationship long enough to lay. Never mind. But that makes sense. But you put him with Bruce. Bruce got a woman, which, by the way, we still looking for. Where the hell is Betty? Comic book fans have been asking, where the hell is Betty Ross since the first damn Hulk movie? Comic book fans. Comic book fans are sitting here saying that like this because we're comic book fans. Oh, William Hurt gone? That's a shame. Keep that same energy that you kept with Chadwick Boseman, because just like you gave us Shorty, give them Red She-Hulk. That's a comic book fan making that statement, though. That's not an MCU fan saying that. That's not a superhero fan saying that. That's a comic book fan, because comic book fans going to be able to draw the one-to-one comparison. Well, oh, Chadwick gone? Okay. And you not recasting, right? You not recasting? Roll off the table. Roll off the table. His sister, Shorty. I don't like that, because I know that ain't how that goes. But this when I got to look at the black fan, the black superhero fan, and the black MCU fan, and I got to be like, as the black comic book fan, I got to be like, so you really finna sit here and let them pull this wool over your damn face? Because Betty's sitting right there. Betty is sitting right there and literally can do more than her damn daddy can, because she going from being the version of Jennifer to being a damn harpy. Like, let's get the CGI up. Let's get the CGI going. She could have been mad at Bruce about her whole damn father dying. If we played around with Shorty's emotions, surely we can play around with Betty's feelings, right? No. We gonna recast Thunderbolt Ross. Even though Betty's sitting right there, every comic book fan be like this. You can't tell the black comic book fan, let alone a comic book fan. You gonna hear some of these YouTubers, and you just need to listen to how they talk, regardless of who they look like. They'll say, oh yeah, that was the right thing to do, or Marvel made the best decision, or we're gonna enjoy it and everything like that. You heard quite a few YouTubers cap, social media influencers cap for Marvel ever since phase 3, just for them to, it don't look like it what they said it was. And the reason for that is because, like I said, comic book fan. Comic book fan. Well, comic book fans that were pissed about T'Challa being killed off, them same comic book fans not effing with that movie, because they not understanding how you recast Thunderbolt Ross, but you couldn't recast T'Challa. Comic book fans. I didn't say black. I didn't say white. I didn't say heterosexual. I didn't say male. I didn't say female. I didn't say LGBT. I said comic book fan, because they cross all demographics. You're turning off the same damn group. You don't think white women that are comic book fans trying to figure out why old girl can't get that money? Why equal energy? Why she can't get that money? They finna give William. They finna give William Harrison. What dude name? Damn, Han Solo. I forgot his name. Why she can't get that change? Truth. We speak truth over here. Equal energy. Why is he getting that? Why is Harrison Ford getting that money? We want to talk about propping up females and everything like that? Female representation? Okay. Why she can't get that change? That's a fair question. Why she can't get that change? If Marvel is going to be consistent, they're being consistently inconsistent. Why she can't? They doing the same thing to her they doing to Tiana Paris. That should be her money. That's supposed to be her check. That's supposed to be her in that movie. Doing what they got Harrison Ford doing, that's her money. Who gonna tell her? Who gonna tell her that's her money? Who tells Betty Ross Hey, Betty, your dad dead. That's your change, Betty. Betty, that's you. You supposed to be in Captain America 4. Yeah. Yeah, that's your change. What her agent at? Representation. NIL letter. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Me keep up with these notes. Y'all rocking with me and everything. Dang, let me take this off. 6 months. We were pissed from the y'all been Carol and Roddy been busting. That script dropped on Reddit in June, July. Most people said it was trash. Right. So most people said it was trash. And mind you, this is what we wind up doing. The plot drops. I'm gonna tell you what we do. The plot drops. Shout out to Emergency Awesome. Listen, shout out to you, bro. Everything always. That's what it is. Everything. Shout out to Everything Always. That's what it is. Everything Always. Shout out to him. Shout out to 4chan. So here's what winds up happening. The script wind up getting leaked like a year before the movie come out. It does. All I really do is sit back and see if the trailer is going to line up with what I read in the plot. And watch now. What this is me now? I'm giving away my secrets. So before you pay money, so I would have came across the plot a year before the movie comes out. Okay. The trailer will drop. They give you about 2, 3, 4 trailers and everything like that. I'm looking at the trailer I'm looking for similarities between what I see in the trailer and what I read in the leaked plot, in the leaked script. Then the day of, or the day before, on Wikipedia, folks get mad, man, that's messed up, man. Why you go? I hear people like to say stuff that Wikipedia is not trustworthy. In regards to superheroes, it is. In regards to superheroes, it is. So what winds up happening the day before or the day of, I just go to Wikipedia and the plot sits right there. And they've never been wrong. So if I got the leaked script a year in advance, and I'm looking at 3 to 4 trailers, and then I got the plot, that tells me right then and there what, because that would never, me seeing all of that, if it's bad, I'm not going to go see it. But if all of that's consistent and it's great, I'm going to go see it. I'm not the one where, I know it now, I'm not going to see it. No, if it's bad, I'm not going to go see it. When you sit up there and I looked at the plot of the Marvels a year ago, I shook my head. I shook my head because I was like consciously thinking, we've gotten bits and pieces of Monica here and there. You see the way Marvel is moving. Kevin Feige lines up all the projects and everything like that. Well, damn, just being conscious, just thinking, where's the Lionheart series? The Ironheart series at? Right. So, and he had that on the schedule. Like, just think about this for a second. He had Iron Wars on the schedule. He had Ironheart on the schedule as Disney Plus series. Okay, well, if we only got Monica as a kid in Captain Marvel, you ain't get that much of her in WandaVision. Honestly, you got more Tiana Paris and They Clone Tyrone. I'm of the mindset you got more screen time of her in They Clone Tyrone than you did of her in the Marvel. And if it's the same, she whooped ass in They Clone Tyrone too. Got a little bit of a backstory. Let me see. She's a prostitute. Wanted to get out the game. Was pretty good with a handgun. Had some deductive abilities. She could. Sister was a hustler. She was about her money. And she didn't want to stay in the game long. So she had hopes, dreams, and aspirations. She moved after that. Her, Jamie Foxx, Tyrone, John Boyega, They organized a whole estate. That was an original character. Okay. Well, you sitting up here looking over here. You know what I know. And see, that's the thing. If you know what I know, and when I say that, you ain't got to know as much as I know, because it's about experiences, whether or not you picked up the comic book. But if you know Monica Rambeau as a character, a comic book character, if you came across Monica Rambeau in the comic books, if that's how you came across her, like if your introduction to Monica Rambeau was the comic books, not the MCU, you wasn't effing with that movie. Truth be told, if you complained about Kamala Khan's powers being changed, let's talk about this. There are people that's been rocking with this character ever since her inception. They changed her abilities last year. That pissed a lot of people off. Some of those folks still ain't came back from that. Some of those folks, look, Marvel had an opportunity to pivot. Once they let it be known, the fan base that you call yourself catering to, once they let it be known, they didn't like her powers being changed. You had the opportunity to pivot. You chose not to. These trailers turn up. She's using the same power she was in the Disney Plus series, which she's not using in the comic books. So who didn't go see this movie? The comic book fan. Once again, it's the comic book fan. But it's like I don't want to kind of say that, but it's like the comic book fans aren't going. Let me keep up with these notes because y'all doing a great job. Y'all giving me so much energy today. Let me make sure I stay up to date with this and everything like this. Mr. Ray Smith in the building. Nico Bean. Betty Ross is who I'm referring to. Betty's in there too. It's basically a Hulk movie with Sam Wilson in it. Hit the like, folks. Ray Smith. Hey, Miss Theo, Disney decided with Marvel to make Armor Wars a movie instead of a Disney Plus show. And watch this. Who going to go see it? If you're a black MCU fan, you might go see Armor Wars. If you are a black superhero fan, you might go see Armor Wars. If you're a comic book fan, you're probably not effing with it because that's Tony's story. That's Tony's story. That's no different than them giving James Rhodes Tony's Demon in the Bottle story. Am I really wanting to see James Rhodes have a problem with alcohol? Or would I prefer to see James Rhodes start to suffer migraine headaches from operating a suit of armor that wasn't tuned to him, but was tuned to Tony? See, that's the comic book story. That's the comic book story. Comic book fan, watch this. Ain't nobody watching no movie called The Killing Joke and Dick Grayson is the one that gets shot. Ain't nobody watching no Killing Joke movie, and any female other than Barbara Gordon is the one that takes the bullet. They not. Because it's a comic book based movie. You better get it right. Marvel ain't trying to get it right because Marvel has come to the realization, well, falsely so. They feel like based on the coverage that they get, and this is why the shaming takes place, they assume you, the comic book fan, you don't have an audience to voice your opinion, to make your thoughts known. They assume that those who don't really know are going to go speak louder. Nia DaCosta can say whatever she wants to. No, ma'am, as much as I love you, queen, I don't know you, ain't got to know you. You're a sister. That's all that matters. It's your fault this movie didn't do well because if Marvel told you what direction to go, you should have done what the young lady did when they offered her the movie Black Panther. She walked away from it. Do you know why, Mother Mind, said that she walked away from it? Because Marvel wanted her to stray too far from the source material, and she said, no, I'm a comic book fan. I'm not doing that. And she's not the only one. There have been plenty of directors and writers walking away from Marvel because Marvel low-key tried to tell them what to do. And you know which writers and directors I'm talking about because I'm not talking about the ones that walked away from the project after it began. No, I'm talking about them ones who got offered the project, say, no, I'm straight. I'm good. I'm good. You can ask me right now, Theo, would you ever work for Marvel? If I can't respect all them superheroes, I'm not doing that one. Because what you will not do, and this is something that we don't think about stuff like this, and this is really what. So supposedly, according to Everything Always, Mikey Roman, I want to make sure I get this out here. According to him, and this is a rumor, but damn, it's a rumor. Neil Costa got fired from Marvel. I don't know how true that is. They're saying that she got fired from Marvel. Essentially, and it's two channels that I know that are doing that, but she got fired from Marvel. All the projects, future projects that she had lined up with Marvel, they're saying essentially that Bob Iger has fired her, and she's not the only one. Her name is attached to a failing project, and nobody thought about that. See, that's the whole thing. You can be braggadocious. You can say it with your chest, Mr. Costa, but that's your name that's associated with that. They're not looking at Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige got a job. The only way Kevin Feige don't have a job is if Kevin Feige get fired today or tomorrow. And historically speaking, we know when it's all said and done in this country, who's going to take that L? Is it really going to be him or is it going to be you? It's going to be you. You should have stayed away from this movie. If you couldn't tell this movie the way it was supposed to be told, you shouldn't have touched it. That's the sad truth. That's the hurtful truth. That's the truth that pisses people off because nobody wants to hear it. That's her name that's attached to this movie. The movie succeeds astronomically well. Well, hell, we saw what was going to happen with Ryan Coogler after the success of Black Panther. How much did Marvel want to kiss his ass? Quiet. They wanted to throw money at him. What wound up happening? Because you really don't hear about Ryan Coogler like that. And the stuff that you do hear from Marvel, that's Marvel trying to test the waters. And you see how quiet, how just as quickly as they talk about in a Okoye series, how quickly they quiet that down again, because recast T'Challa, comic book fans. Rock with me nation. Comic book fans. We're not saying we love superheroes. We're not saying that, no. We comic book fans. We're not saying we comic book fans. MCU, I'm gonna say Marvel, DC, independent. We comic book fans over here. So we know the source material. Well, what wound up happening? Comic book fans got a hold of that plot leak for Black Panther 2 a year in advance. Then comic book fans saw the trailers. And while we were all able to compartmentalize Angela Bassett's award-winning nomination performance, we were all able to shout that out. We weren't going to go see the movie. The only people that went to go see the movie were superhero fans, because they just want to see superheroes, and MCU fans, because they just want to see MCU movies. But the comic book fan, the comic book fan said, that ain't Wakanda. They didn't even say Black Panther. They said, that ain't Wakanda. I don't know who the hell that is. The comic book fan said, Taloka. The hell is Taloka? I don't know about no damn Taloka. The comic book fan, whether the comic book fan looked at Hector Ayala and they said, that's not Namor. I don't know. The comic book fan said, I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is, but I'm not going to pay no money to go see that either. Because the comic book fan was like this. I don't know nobody in it. The comic book fan, I don't know anybody in that movie. That's what the comic book fan said. I don't know anybody in that movie for me to go in my pockets and pay for it. I don't know nobody in that movie. Wasn't paying for no funeral because the comic book fan said, the comic book fan was like, well, damn, I I just bought this comic book today and he alive and well right here, so I don't. No, I'm not paying for that. Let me keep up with these notes, man. Like, I'm just listen. It's the way stuff goes. Y'all tell me how that works out. It was crazy because there's literally an actor who looks exactly like comic book name. See, Zango Fett, and his pick came out right after the trailer. Kamoya with the facts again. Always had to ruthlessly protect your name as it is your brand. Nia even bailed on some of these events with the cast. Now, I don't speak on her bailing with the events on the cast, and the reason why I don't talk about that, I believe in giving people the benefit of the doubt. She had other projects lined up, and it wasn't a matter of her bailing. Marvel knew her commitments, so everybody understood. I'm not, see, that's the thing. I'm not going to do that as far as like, oh, she's, no. I'm going to do my best to stick to the facts as they are. And as it stands right now, her bailing on the cast, to me, is not a fact. Her and the cast and Marvel understanding that she was pretty much done with the Marvels, had other things that she needed to take care of, understanding. She just did recently celebrate, I believe, her 34th birthday. So, yeah, it was an understanding. So I'm not going to say, I ain't going to do that part right there. There are some YouTubers that are, though, saying that she skipped out, and those are the ones that they have an issue with women. You hear it in the way that they speak. You hear it in their tone. You hear it in the words that they use. They have a problem with women. If you just stuck to the facts, your argument would be more presentable. But you want to make it about women, and when you do stuff like that, well, hell, I'm not going to say you make me look bad because, hell, I speak for Theo. You make your damn self look bad. But keeping up with these notes. Let's see here. The Kamoya Kid, I have no idea when Armor Wars is coming out. If I could be honest, I hope it never does because Don Cheadle's get bored. Look, Don Cheadle. Oh, my God. Nia even built. Okay, you got that. So make sure we're keeping up. Just want, like I said, I appreciate y'all so much for rocking with me. Thank y'all so much. So that's the problem that's going on. So I said all that to say this in regards to MCU fans, superhero fans, and comic book fans. And I didn't even think I had to break it down like that, but I do know that there's a group of people that only deal with MCU. They're not watching anything Warner Brothers DC put out. Get that? Cool. That is what that is. Where I had to see some stuff. Just because I like superheroes doesn't mean I necessarily read comic books. And that's something that I just took for granted that everybody that likes superheroes read comics. I shouldn't think like that because everybody that collects action figures doesn't read comics. And everybody that reads comics doesn't collect action figures. I need to stop thinking like that because that's what's getting me in trouble. That is what that is. That's what's getting me in trouble. So what I'm going to suggest to you is that if you want to know what's going on with these characters, I don't know you. I know me. I'm a comic book fan. If you're a comic book fan and you don't read comics, you need to get with someone that's reviewing comics on a consistent basis. Start using your smart device. If you want to know what's going on with any of the Marvel characters, not the movie version, because like I said, it's a comic book based movie company. You want to know the comics. Here's a cheat for you. Type in the character that you're researching. If it's Marvel, type in the character's name in 616 in your Google search bar. Type in Monica Rambeau 616, Carol Danvers 616, Miss Marvel 616, Marvel MAR-VELL 616. Type in 616. Those are the cliff notes, if you will, on who that character is. I want you to know. I want you to know. I'll be like I said, if you know me, grow me, sharing this, caring. I want you to know so can't nobody else pull the wool over your eyes. I want you to know so when somebody come try and tell you something about a movie, it ain't gotta be, well, let me talk to Theo, let me talk to D-Real. No. You got that knowledge. No different than when somebody came to me the Fox movies, the X-Men. Dude in his 30s. We're working at a pawn shop. He wanted to tell me, and this is why I say you gotta read. You don't want to be just the superhero fan. You don't want it shouldn't be good enough for you just to be the superhero fan. It shouldn't be good enough just for you to be the MCU fan or the DC fan or the Fox fan or the what is it? What's it? Whatever the name is and everything like that. He wanted to tell me that the OG5, and he wasn't talking movie, he's in the comics. The OG5, Jean Grey, Cyclops. Watch this. Storm, Rogue, and Wolverine argued me down. I got 10, 15 years on the dude. It wasn't that I could possibly know what I was talking about as somebody 10, 15. His dad read comics. You wouldn't your dad might read comics, but you clearly don't. Wanted to argue me down. Well, you know me, I'm too short to hold a long conversation. I think Daryl said he 5'9", 5'10". I ain't but 5'8.5". I let you talk. Put some money up on it. I told dude, let's bet paychecks. He said, what? I said, yeah. I said, because you getting real reckless with your mouth, and you seem to think you know more than I do about comics. Crazy, because I've been living longer than you, so I don't even know how we got here. But I've been living longer than you. I've been reading comics longer than you because I've been reading longer than you have, because I'm older than you. I said, but since you know more than I do, put your paycheck up. That conversation ended real quick. that conversation, he never did want to bet his paycheck. Now that's me, confident. And I want to say, if it's 2023, this conversation took place in 2013, 2014. Comic book fan. I don't know what made him feel like he knew more than I did. I don't. Now, I could say, because his father's a comic book fan and he sees his father in a bigger level than he sees me. He should. That's his father. I would like to think that it wasn't because of the difference in pigmentation, i.e., well, y'all know what I mean. I would like to think that that's not what that was, because if that's what that was, then I'm here to tell you, if you not my age, I'm just going to say, regardless of who you are, it's going to be hard for you to know more than I do regarding comics and comic book characters, because I read comics. You got to have been on this earth longer than I have, by and large, to know more than I do, because I love comics. I didn't say superheroes. See, I didn't say that. I didn't say I love the MCU. I said I love comics. I still read. Those who know more than I do, 9 times out of 10, it's because they were reading before I was, which means 9 times out of 10, they older than I am. Okay, well, there's something to be said about learning from your elders. It's something to be said about learning from your elders who want to pass that knowledge down so you don't get it wrong, so that you are being represented properly. So people ain't just giving you piss poor ass representation of yourself. We used to get them cartoons back in the day, right? Okay, well, I get us not having cartoons of us, but once we understood that we had a choice, I don't think we still wanted to watch the cartoon with the black character that had them big ass bubble lips. I don't think that's what we wanted to do. I think we had a choice. We said, no, that's enough of that. It's enough of that. After we knew what it was, Gone with the Wind. No, we don't need to see us as butlers and maids no more, especially not on no Southern plantation. Yeah, we passed that. We acting now. You put stuff in color. Yeah, let's graduate them roles. Let's move them forward. Let's move them roles forward. Let's move them roles forward. Watch this. Mainly, I'm talking to y'all about the 70s. Blaxploitation. Okay, well, let's move from that. Because I got plenty Blaxploitation movies where the black woman was single with a child. Dad wasn't nowhere in the picture. that was a blaxploitation movie. I didn't know that's what I was signing up for in my superhero movie. So let's keep the party rolling. Like I said, I thank y'all so much for rocking with me. Let's talk about it. Good God Almighty, y'all been rocking with the MCU reboot. I hear we talking about that and everything like that. The reboot supposed to be doing some stuff. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Before the MCU reboots, any Steelers fans in the house? Any Steelers fans in the house? Y'all know we just fired our offensive coordinator, right? Yeah, Matt Canada got him on up out of there. Wasn't looking good. Wasn't. You know that offense been looking bad for years now? Had. You know, I don't think Kenny Pickett then threw more than 2 touchdowns in any single game since he been there. Like Matt Canada should have been gone. No. Matt, if you watch professional football and you watch the Steelers play, you know their offense looks. Watch this. You look at their offense. Their offense look like hot garbage. Well, they just decided today to fire the offense coordinator. Should have been gone. Am I drawing a parallel between Matt Canada and the leadership over at Disney? Okay, well, if Bob Iger is running stuff and Kevin Feige is right up under you, then you got to have a talk with Kevin Feige. Or you got to let him go. Because you finna reboot the MCU and still have the same damn leadership. Kevin is the reason you in this situation in the first place. Matter of fact, I'm not just gonna lay it off on Kevin. I'm gonna lay it off on everybody on Disney because y'all all got social media accounts. Y'all all got radios. Y'all all got TVs. Y'all all got listening devices. And y'all keep doing the same damn thing. Bob, tell Kevin to stop damn pandering. Tell Kevin to pick up a damn book. Y'all talking about rebooting? Why? Was not the MCU headed down south? And I don't mean that in a good way. Were they not headed down south at the tail end of phase 2? Go back and look at the movies. What was the Eternals? Go back and look at the movies. When was the last time you felt great about an MCU movie? They've been going in the wrong direction for a minute now. They've been going in the wrong direction. Watch this. If the MCU is a football team, everybody in the stands, fans, they home fans, have been telling them, stop. We need a new offense. We need a new defense. Hell, some of the fans have been telling them what plays to run, but they not doing it. Kevin is calling his offense. Kevin calling the defense. Y'all keep showing up because, like I said, I'm a comic book fan. Y'all keep showing up game after game after game just to watch them struggle. And some of y'all don't even know why they're struggling because low key, you just buying a ticket just to say you're an MCU fan. You really ain't knowing what you're going in there for. You just want to be able to say, I went to go see the MCU play today. How was the game? Yeah, they lost. No, you don't know who on the roster. You don't know what college they came from. You don't know what position they play. You don't know what round they got drafted in. You don't know how well they did when they was in college. Like, you didn't watch them on Saturdays. So you just showing up to the game, buying a ticket. And the team is steadily taking your money and ain't trying to make the playoffs. Yeah, yes, I used, you see what I got on. Yes. Call me the comic book official. If I got an opportunity to throw a sports analogy up in there, I will. But ask yourself an honest question. How many great movies, not based on, watch this, Not you based off you being an MCU fan. See what I'm doing? No. I'm talking to you as a comic book fan. Answer that question as a comic book fan. Don't answer that question as a superhero fan. Don't answer that question as a MCU fan. No, answer that question as a comic book fan. Because I know Thor, Love and Thunder really was that gore. I'm still waiting to see Bass. And can't nobody say nothing to me about Black Panther 2 because everybody that capped for Shorty ain't have a damn thing to say about where Bass was missing. So I don't want to hear none of that. Matter of fact, when she in Thor, never mind. Sounds like those Cowboy fans when Jerry thought he was a gentleman. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Like, that's the only thing that I'm asking is when, as a comic book fan, I know comic book fans that'll tell you Peter Parker still ain't made it to the MCU yet. And you know what I can't tell them? Hold on for a second. I can't tell them they wrong. If you're a Peter Parker fan, Spider-Man fan, not a superhero fan, not an MCU fan, Peter Parker fan. If you're a Spider-Man fan, Spider-Man still ain't made it to the MCU. And they all say it. If you're an Incredible Hulk fan, you made it. That's not me saying that. That's Incredible Hulk fan saying that. If you're a Thor fan, you made it. That's not me saying that. That's Thor fan saying that. Okay, well, if the Thor fan pissed off, the Hulk fan pissed off, the Natasha Romanoff fan pissed off, and I'm talking about Hulk comic book fans are pissed off, Thor comic book fans are pissed off, Natasha Romanoff, Black Widow comic book fans are pissed off. Okay, well, if them comic book fans are pissed off, they not supporting the MCU. They not thirsty for it like that. They ain't got to have it like that. They low-key get they fix in already. I got these here for a reason. I got them standing there for a reason. This came out this year. Now I keep throwing this up here. I keep throwing this up here for a reason. That's remember what I said. If you don't read comics, link up with somebody that does. As someone said to me last night, they said, Theo, man, I don't read comics like that. I said, okay. I said, well, that's what we here for. We understand you don't read. There's some of us that do. We got these channels out here for you and everything like that. We're going to drop that knowledge on you. You don't read? We'll do videos on the characters that you want us to do. Hey, you know what? I don't know this much about this character. Can you? Yes, we want to get the knowledge out there. Why? Because we don't want, and this might be me being selfish. Quite a few of us being selfish. I don't want you going out there spending money, having the wool pulled over your eyes in regards to a character that's supposed to be you. Now, maybe it's just me, but I'm still 38 hot about Lamar Hoskins. I want to swing on somebody about Lamar. This is when people call me passionate and emotional. I'm pissed about that one. I got a right to be. I'm a United States veteran. I'm an African-American male. I'm an African-American United States military veteran. I'm a United States Marine Corps veteran. I respected sergeant majors. Time in service, you have no idea what they've seen and what they've accomplished. You can't do anything but learn from them. That is the highest ranking enlisted person. That's what that is. They took a huge dump on that pay grade. They took a huge dump on that rank. They took a huge dump on that character. They took a huge dump on who that character represented. Lamar Hoskins was not just a black character. He didn't just represent black people. He did. I'm still pissed about, I'm pissed about that. You think I'm pissed about T'Challa. Wakanda's fictional. You think I'm pissed about Black Panther? That's a fictional character. Sergeant majors are real. We already have this problem in our culture, in our ethnicity, where we low-key don't show no respect to those that look like me that served in the military. It'd be better if you went to jail for selling drugs. Well, there you got that E9 sergeant major right there. Low-key, he was supposed to be telling John what to do. He damn sure ain't answering to John. Ain't no E9 answering to no O3. But how many those of us that look like me loved it? Came out and did videos in support of it. We still go back today and do videos talking about I like Falcon and the Winter Soldier. You like Falcon and the Winter Soldier because you don't know what image you looked at in regards to you. You thought you saw nothing wrong with the brother getting kicked off the truck and having to be saved. You had no problem with the brother dying at the end of the movie because you understood that it moved the story along. You don't know that that was John Walker's family that was killed in the comics. And ain't nobody told you. You don't know that that was John Walker's family that was killed that drove him over the edge. You don't know that. You don't know it. You haven't read it. That's understandable. You don't know it. Folks that you rocking with, maybe not rocking with, they ain't read it, they ain't told you. You got to figure it out. You got to get a workaround. You got to start rocking with some other folks too. Notice what I said, too. In what I mean is you got to start rocking with some other folks as well. Nothing wrong with rocking with this over here, because I rock with this over here too. But I make sure I got to get all my information so I can make the best decision based on information at hand. Well, it's too many brothers and sisters that I know. You ain't got nothing bad to say about Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Why not? Why not when, historically speaking, Sam is taking on the name of before we became comic book fans? Well, I can't say that. I started to tell a lie. I don't like doing that. I started reading. So before I learned American history, I was a comic book fan. So I ain't want to lie to nobody. So before I learned American history, I was a comic book fan. Let's think about this American history for a little bit. In elementary school, I was watching Alex Haley's Roots on TV. Y'all want me to say that one more time? As a kid in elementary school, I was watching Alex Haley's Roots on TV. So just so we get this all out the way, damn near every slave movie, damn near every black movie where we've done something significant, had somebody do something to us traumatic, I've seen it. Being raised by my grandparents also allowed me to have a relationship, spend time with, i.e. be babysat by my great-grandmother as a kid in the 80s by my great-grandmother. We Black Panther fans, right? Go back. Well, if you're trying to figure out what that's like T'Challa sitting down with M'Telly. Y'all like that? That's like T'Challa. And I don't think T'Challa ever got to spend time with M'Telly. I'm sorry, Azuri. I meant Azuri. That would have been like T'Challa spending time with Azuri. And I don't think T'Challa ever got to spend time with Azuri. I did get to spend time with Ronnie Butler, my grandfather's mother. That is what that was like, because I knew, So no, that would have been like T'Challa. Yeah, I had that right the first time. That would have been like T'Challa spending time with M'Telly. What could he not have learned from spending time with M'Telly? What did I learn from spending time with my great-grandmother? Representation. Because back then they didn't have it. Well, okay, it's 2023. I got the knowledge now. I either keep it to myself or I pass it on. I got less days left on this earth than I have more days. So I got to get this information out. The question is, who's going to pick up the baton? Because the reason why they're able to play us like they're playing us right now is because, to a degree, not enough of us have the baton. Or we have the baton, and when we go, we're not performing in sellout arenas. So everybody not hearing the song that we singing. The song is important. The song is significant. The song is uplifting. But how many people know it? Not gonna know it if we keep settling for less. I can't preach that. I can't do that. I'm not begrudging those that do. That's just not something we signing up for on this channel. Let me make sure I keep up with these notes and everything like that. He outranked everybody. Let's see here. Great sounds like the Bulls when Tim Floyd. Never mind. I don't have that boundless optimism for an MCU reboot with Feige and more still around. You still got the same leadership in place like that. We're not doing this if this is a football team. The same leadership that was responsible for giving you god awful movies, they're still there. So now they're going to change up the recipe? No. He just gave you a movie in which he's pandering. He's going to give you another movie. Hulk. I'm going to say Captain America 4. Okay, we just need to be honest about certain things. I like Sam Wilson. Marvel has not done enough in the comics to uplift him to a hero status. What that is. When you get these movies and the main character is surrounded by other heroes and everything like that, whether it be other B-list heroes, C-list heroes, A-list heroes, that means that character ain't strong enough to carry that movie by themselves, or they would. I like Anthony Mackie because of the mishandling of the character, the Falcon, Sam Wilson, and what they've done in trying to combine the characteristics of him from the Ultimate Universe to him from the 616. That character is not taking off. It's not. All you know about Sam Wilson is that he's from New Orleans. He's not. Monica is. Sam is from New York. And ain't nobody telling you that. Sam is from, watch this, the inner city. Sam is from the inner city. Sam is a social worker. I want to tell you, I get it. I get it. But in even them telling you he's a military veteran, they ain't honoring that either. Well, okay, you got him broke like they said he's social worker, so they got that right with him being a veteran social worker, but he ain't broke. Okay, well, which representation are you going for in regards to Sam Wilson? If Sam Wilson is supposed to represent you, is it the 616 where he becomes a superhero of his own merit, where he helps Captain America out of a jam and earns Cap's respect, because you ain't get that one? Or do you want him to be this 1999 version from New Orleans, got two nephews, don't know where they father at, he broke, he can't get a damn loan, even though in WandaVision, the Vision somehow got enough money to afford a damn plot? Is that what you want? Is that the representation? Because you should have I don't want to tell you should have a problem with it, but is that the representation you proud of? I'm just asking a question to come over your kid. He outranked there. Lamar waxed John Walker's hype man. Yeah. Nico, some of these studios are now starting to recruit directors based off of fan field. Stereotypical tropes aren't storytelling advice. Exactly. Nico being Kamoyo, while that may be true, if they look at how stupid a biz decision to kill off the king of Wakanda instead of recasting him over someone dying, they look themselves in the mirror and say, what? Not if they got an agenda. See, that's the whole thing. Everybody's saying the same thing. Folks just don't want to lock in. The studios have an agenda. They want to pander to certain groups. Now, the sad part is this. They feel like they have to pander Watch where I go with this one. If I got a great story, I ain't got to pander to nobody. I'm not even feeling the need to pander to anybody if I got a great story, because the great story is going to appeal to everyone. If I feel like I got a great story, they're not feeling like they have great stories, thus they need to pander. Carol Danvers is a strong enough character where you don't need to force her down anybody's throats. You don't. Like I said, I like Carol Danvers. You don't have to force Carol Danvers down my throat. But how have you presented Carol to me in the past? Well, Carol didn't have to be forced down my throat. I didn't even see Carol being forced down my throat when I read that Brooke storyline and she was binary. I didn't. It was a genuine, authentic, organic storyline. Even when she was dealing with alcoholism, I understood that storyline. I didn't see that as a repeat of female representation or a female facsimile of Tony being demon in a bottle storyline. No, Carol was dealing with that because of the traumas that she did. She had to go through with Rogue. Then she lost her binary powers. That was her coping mechanism. That story was organic. That story made sense. Even Carol and Marvel initially working together to where that cyclotron went off and he had to save her, and that's how she got. Yes, if you want to know how Carol really got her powers, please look at the cartoon Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. That is the most accurate portrayal you're going to get of how Carol Danvers got her powers. It is. It is. I don't, but it's something to be said. Folks that like Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, they not really MCU fans. Non-comic fans rebooting this universe is putting a fresh coat of paint on a jalopy. Yep, I'm letting them. What's going on, RC? Appreciate you stopping by, brother. Appreciate you stopping by. I was like, Pascal, listen. Now, Pedro Pascal, I don't know how true this is, but from what I read today, one of the reasons why he was offered the role is because, to a degree, Susan Richards is the key figure in the Fantastic Four, and to a degree, she's being portrayed as the lead character, i.e. the leader of the Fantastic Four. So when they offered the role of Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards, to some other men, he's not the first from what I read, don't know if that's true, but they turned it down when they realized they weren't going to be the lead in the film. Think about what I just said. Think about what I just said. The role was offered to other men. Mr. Fantastic is the leader of the somebody said, well, she's the matriarch of the Fantastic Four. Okay, if she's the matriarch of the Fantastic Four, mind you, she's the only woman in the Fantastic Four. Reed is the patriarch of the Fantastic Four. So are we sitting up here saying the matriarch is more significant than the patriarch? Because I know how that's going to sound if I say the patriarch is more significant than the matriarch. I know how that's going to sound. It is. It's going to sound very damn sexist. Well, you know what? When you just want to replace men for no reason whatsoever, it's sexist. Yeah. You can, I know male chauvinist pig, but you can be a female chauvinist pig too. You can. You can. And you ain't got to be a female to be a female chauvinist pig. You don't. You don't. You can be a male. You can be a male. You can. So you want, now see, here's the thing. Why is Kevin Feige wanting to make Sue Richards, if this is true, the de facto leader of the Fantastic Four? Because he wants to pander to women. Now, this is when I got to ask the question. Which females are you pandering to? No, seriously, Kevin, which females you pandering to? Are you pandering to the female MCU fan? Are you pandering to the female superhero fan? Because the female comic book fan, upon further review, does not need nor want you to pander to her. She just wants you to tell the damn story right. Don't nobody need to be asking no questions if this movie don't do well, why it didn't do well. You didn't already pissed off one demographic, the European male. Now, the question I got to ask is, how many times you finna piss him off? Because he's pissed off about Pedro. If Sue is finna be the leader of the Fantastic Four, oh, good God Almighty Jesus. Don't ask no questions why the movie tanked. Once again, and see, this is why I say I don't trust the leadership. Y'all say reboot. They need to reboot the leadership. You're not going to get the Fantastic Four till after they reboot the MCU, right? Okay. Well, he's telling you there are rumors out there right now. Rumors out there right now that he's finna do the same damn mistake. He's finna make the same damn mistake with the Fantastic Four that he's been making since phase 3. Finna cost Marvel, Disney. Ooh, I need to buy me some Disney stock. Good God Almighty Jesus. I need to buy me some stock because y'all making it affordable as hell. I need to buy me some stock. He's finna make the same damn mistake. That's the same damn dumbass mistake. You finna pander to a group that you just finished pandering to that just showed you they don't want you pandering to them. They want you to get it right. They don't want you pandering. They don't need you pandering to them. They like Kara for who she is. They like Monica for who she is. And I'm talking about the comic book versions. They like Kamala for who she is. The comic book version. They don't want you pandering to them. You keep pandering to folks that are not comic book fans. In phase 3 and phase 4, they showed you they're not carrying the movies for you. It's the comic book fans. Keep looking past us. Yeah. See what you said? You sound like a comic book fan. You sound like a comic book fan. And if that was the storyline they were going to do, everybody would be like this. Yeah, because ain't nobody finna follow Ben. We like Ben, but no, Ben not that. We like Johnny. No, that ain't what we're doing. So yeah, it's got to be Sue. But if Reed is there, you mean to tell me the world's smartest, I'm sorry. We'll make sure I say this right. The smartest man in the universe or the smartest man in the multiverse? Is that what he said right before she? Never mind. So I'm not keen on that one. Want to make sure I get this out here and everything like that. Shout out to Jonathan Majors. I don't know if Jonathan Majors did this, but if he did, shout out to him. Supposedly Marvel can't recast Kane. Shout out to Everything Always, Mikey Roman. I did get this from him. Shout out to him. But yeah, supposedly Jonathan Majors. And if this is true, bro, salute King. Supposedly there is an exclusivity clause in his contract that Kane cannot be recast. So you're either taking Kane off the table or Jonathan Major plays him. If that's true, then they cannot recast Kane. If that's true, that's still race swapping. It is. If that's true, shout out to his agent. Shout out to the actor. Well, look, who gonna look out for you if you don't? I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Shout out to that one on that one. That came from Everything Always via the Weekly Planet podcast. Supposedly he was working at the time. He was working on Devotion. He chopped it up with a friend, let them know that's what was going on. Let me see where else. Mohawk, Kahori. What if season 2? Kahori and Mohawk Nation. Agenda or authentic. Now, I don't know how many of y'all are planning on watching the Marvels and everything like that. I don't know. But Kahori, and I'm getting this article from Screen Rant. Shout out to them and everything like that. Shout out to Trey Michael. Watching his video earlier today, and y'all make sure y'all go check him out and everything like that. If you have not watched the video that he released today, y'all go check him out. I thought it was a good informative video in regards to what Marvel is doing in regards to pandering. One of the things he talks about that Marvel is doing, which, like I said, great point. Marvel is the MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe. Not talking about Marvel comic books. How they're heavy into female empowerment, female superheroes and everything like that. And this what if you have the young lady Kahori. Now, I understand how some could look at this as pandering, new original hero, supposedly she's powered by the Tesseract and everything like that. But it was this part that I came across here where I had to ask myself, you know, I say two things can be true at the same time. Was this Marvel pandering? Is this Marvel as in having an agenda, or is this character or authentic, or is it both? What made me ask, was it both, is the effort that Marvel has put in to getting this story right. Now, what I'll do, I will attempt to do this. I'm gonna copy the link. Y'all know how I like to get down when we're doing these lives and everything like that. I like to share the information that I'm looking at. One of the things that I found interesting in regards to this, I want to make sure I get it back again, is that one of the most exciting additions to What If Season 2 is Kahori. If I'm not pronouncing her name right, somebody let me know in the comment section. An original MCU character with no basis in Marvel Comics. That's unfortunate. Kahori will be introduced in an episode written by Ryan Little and created, see, this is what got me saying authentic. She's created in collaboration with people of the Mohawk Nation, ensuring cultural authenticity in a story that is set to explore a Native American community in the times before the colonization of America. They want to make sure they get it right. I can respect that all day, every day, twice on Sunday. And the Mohawk Nation, I'm not familiar with that, but their input, that gives me hope that the character is going to be a true representation of her people, as she should. The character being original, which is another great thing. It's an original character. Marvel, see how easy that is? It's an original, and you're not race swapping anybody. You're not gender bending anybody. No. You're getting ready to introduce to us an original character, and we got her people's input. The people she's representing, we got their input into the character. I mean, I get it if I get it, you know, if you want to say, hey, we need more female characters out there. I'm not mad at that. By and large, we understand most of the characters out there are male. We need some more. I ain't saying what you're saying. But I don't think what you did with Kahori, do that for us. And Nate ain't it. Nate ain't it. Nate ain't it. Nate is not it. Nate ain't it. He not it. But do that for us. That's all I'm asking. Do that for us. Because I like it. You talking with them because you don't want to get it wrong. You don't want to get that wrong. Okay. Because I'm of the mindset, had you chopped it up with one of us prior to Monica Rambeau hitting the MCU, a comic book fan, not somebody that's a superhero fan, not somebody that wants to be on the ground floor, the MCU, being the greatest, biggest hotness in movie. No, I'm not talking about that person. I'm talking about a comic book fan. Male, female, black, white, Jew, Gentile, heterosexual, LGBT. I'm talking about a comic book fan. Had you got with a comic book fan, for us, We're not having no issues whatsoever in regards to Monica Rambeau. We're not having no issues in regards to Sam Wilson. Matter of fact, here we go. I'm of the mindset that Nate Moore has more in common. Y'all be like, Theo, don't do it. No, Nate Moore, in regards to us as characters, got way more in common. Like, Theo, don't do it. No, I'm going to do it. 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 I'm of the mindset that Nate Moore got more in common with and feels for our characters no different than John Ridley does with T'Challa. I said it. I meant it. I ain't taking it back. He said he still wants Sam to suffer, right? That's what he said, right? He said it only took a matter of minutes, right? He said he never thought twice, right? He said that to him, T'Challa and Chadwick were the same, right? That's what he said, right? That's what he said. Ain't that the dude that fast-tracked Eternals? That's what he did, right? Yep, that's what he did. It was his decision to make Fastos gay. Ain't that what that was? Okay, well, I'm going to ask a question right here, right now, and y'all going to be like, damn, Theo, don't do it like, no. To my brothers that are comic book fans, have you got a good representation of you on the screen yet in the MCU? I'm just asking a question. Because see, I can't speak for nobody else, but are you satisfied? Brother, are you satisfied with how you've been portrayed in the MCU? Because you didn't see these movies. And I'm talking about the MCU all the way through What If. You was good with being kidnapped? This ain't no cognitive dissonance over here. You was good with being kidnapped? Had your name changed and everything like that? Because if you was good with that, then you telling me you'd been absolutely fine with slavery because that's what they gave you. Was you good with that? Being lied to, telling that your family was dead and gone, you can't speak your native language, you ain't got no connection to your religion. You was good with that story. I get it. It did look, Chadwick Boseman's voice was in it, but that's a subliminal ass message. If we can sit up here, as one dude went on Instagram this morning talking about, I don't know how we can go to the club and chill when all they do is play murder music. Well, okay, if you cognizant enough to be aware of the type of music club when you go, okay, well, you saw that same damn cartoon like I did. That was me coming to America, and I ain't talking about the movie. Okay, well, was you good with him being lunch food for Wanda? I get it. I'm just asking questions. Because I didn't see why I had to be lunch food. I didn't. I didn't understand. I don't give a damn if that's comic book accurate or not. You ain't telling no comic book accuracy in regards to other stuff when it comes to T'Challa. So I don't give a damn about that. Is that what that was? I needed to be lunch food? Because I'm trying to figure out what story as me did I like in What If? T'Challa getting his head blown off by air? Okay, Sam. Sam got one of his wings ripped off in Captain America and the Winter Soldier. Y'all remember that? When he said, Cap, I'm out of the game or I'm grounded. Bucky just ripped it off. And I know some people gonna be like, well, yeah, Theo. Well, you ain't see him beat Frank Rumolo ass in Captain America Winter Soldier. You didn't. Frank Rumolo was putting hands on Sam. He had Sam backtracking. Okay, well, Sam wasn't whooping no ass in Falcon and the Winter Soldier either. If John Walker wasn't whooping his ass, Backtrop was finna do some damage to him. Okay, well, when do we get to see the dude that's been in the army, mind you, special forces? Special forces. When do we see the dude that special forces trained in the army, trained with Captain America and Wanda, beat ass like it ain't nothing? I didn't see him getting the fights with Hunter and T'Challa in the comic books where he holding it down way more than what he doing over here in the MCU. Okay, well, you got T'Chaka, but that wasn't long. And the son ain't took no revenge on that one, so that happened. He took revenge on Claw in the comics, Claw missing an arm cause a T'Challa. But in the movie, that's what you like. Somebody kill your dad, what you doing? And you can literally do whatever you need to do to make it right. What you doing? Okay. Because at least Tony did more to Bucky. Let me say that one more time. Tony did more to Bucky for what Bucky did to his mom and daddy than what T'Challa did or Bucky did to Zemo for what Zemo did to T'Challa. That's your representation. Oh, anybody can get it. Anybody can get it. Anybody wants something. Well, what about Sam got took down by Ant-Man? It's a lot of stuff. Because I'm trying to figure out when am I whooping ass like I ain't seen me whoop ass yet. I need to see me whoop ass like I done seen Steve whoop ass. I need to see me whoop ass like I done seen Thor Odin's son whoop ass. I didn't see me get one punched across a beach. That's it. And I had the home field advantage. To Loki invading Wakanda and I get punched across a beach in Wakanda and I'm clutching my pearls. I'm waiting. Well, hell. What did the black Captain America tell you? He got treated like crap. I mean, I get it. Carl Lumley. I got Carl Lumley. Thank you so much for that. But what? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I got Lawrence Fishburne. Thank you so much for that. I got Lawrence Fishburne as good. I'm waiting on you to tell me, brother to brother, when you got you appropriately shown in the MCU. Not when you was just happy to see you show up. No, when you be like, okay, yeah, I'm whooping ass. Now that's what I'm talking about. Beat ass. No, you ain't got to see that. And you know you haven't. What you get is Rhodey flying through the air. They in Infinity War telling Sam, watch out before you get your wings singed. And what happened to Sam? How did Dark Rider, you flying? How did Dark Riders jump up to what? You're flying. You're flying. You're literally flying in the air. How in the hell did the Dark Riders jump up and snatch your ass down? Thank you, Mr. Martin. I like how you said that. American trained Eric Bishop can defeat T'Challa without both having heart-shaped herb, but John Walker got stomped by Dora Milaje. Got the dog doo-doo stomped out of him. Got the dog. Great. I know it. Scott whooped Sam Wilson and got job reference. Yeah. So I'm just asking questions. Like, and if I'm a comic book fan, what I'm happy about? Am I happy just to see the series? And that's the question. Am I happy just to see the superhero show up on the screen? Because I don't think that I was happy Blade showed up on the screen, but I was happy Blade was whooping ass. I wouldn't have been happy to see Blade just get tossed all around the damn movie. No, Blade was whooping ass. And what did Mahershala Ali, what was one of the talking points about the script? He wasn't whooping enough ass in the movie. Well, I'm asking you, us, we, me, you, I. Really, think about it. You ain't seen you whoop nobody's ass. You ain't seen you whoop nobody's ass. I mean, and we can say what we want to about Shorty. Shorty got a damn pole shoved through her damn abdomen. Like, we did see Okoye before she got that the Midnight Angel armor on and everything like that. We don't need to act like a tumor wasn't whooping her ass. He was whooping her ass. Hell, damn near every Wakanda got that. Matter of fact, as a so-called advanced civilization, you really ain't seen you do nothing. You ain't. Yeah, I get it. American mercenaries on the frigate and everything like that. You don't even know where that damn storyline was going. Because let them tell it that was supposed to be Doom, right? Right. But you ain't seen that storyline paid off yet. So that storyline went absolutely nowhere. That storyline was just to introduce Ironheart into the movie. And you really ain't seen her do nothing. Like, I don't know what the hell that had going on, but if you an Ironheart fan, you know that's not her armor, neither version of it. So even if you're an Ironheart fan, and see, he asked questions. Anybody that's an Ironheart comic book fan, they did not like that portrayal of Riri Williams. They didn't even like that damn armor. And then I get to sit here and say this: that armor is designed off of a Japanese animation because Ryan Coogler is a Japanese animation fan. Why is that? Why is Japanese influencing Wakanda? Why was that what you went to? I'm not the only one that knows that either. I'm not. It ain't even my first time asking. Black representation, I would like to think that it ain't just, I'm gonna watch what I say when I say this. Me and D-Real just got here. Me and D-Real just got here, and by and large, the stuff that me and D-Real are saying, this your first time hearing it. By and large, this your first time hearing it. Me and D-Real just got here. We just got here. Sad to say, the stuff that I'm talking about today, it still ain't being discussed. We want to talk about everything else in regards to the Marvel, except for what truly matters, the comic book. That's what doomed the Marvels, the comic book. But you're going to have to tune in to a comic book fan to have that comic book fan break down why that movie failed. No, women did go see that movie. Women that love the superhero movie, they went to go see it off the strength of Nia DaCosta. They didn't buy no merch though. Any female that you see talking about the Marvels, you need to ask her, go in the comment section, ask her where the merch at. You need to go in the comment section and you need to ask her where the comic books at. Anybody that says this was a good movie, you need to be able to ask them questions because see, that's why the movie didn't do good. Comic book fans rejected the movie from day. Comic book fans rejected the movie after they saw the script. Comic book fans, the leaked plot. Comic book fans rejected the movie after the trailer started matching up with the plot. Comic book fans damn sure rejected it, wasn't going to go see it once they read Wikipedia and realized that every damn concern that they had in regards to this movie, every damn thing they didn't like about the character representation, not just a Monica Rambeau, but a Carol Danvers and Kamala Khan, when they realized those character representations were not going to be what they were, the women that are comic book fans turned their noses up at the movie and they didn't go. Now, if you are of the ethnic demographic of Kamala Khan and you're a comic book fan, more than likely you didn't go either. I know for a fact the comic book fans that know Monica Rambeau's history did not go. It's going to be something to say that they did, but I hear the way you talking and no, you don't. You don't. You can't tell the truth to shame the devil. You can't hide. Because if you'd have known and you're a proud black person, it would have been problematic. I'm going to say it one more time. Had you known Monica Rambeau's history as a character before you went to the movie, you wouldn't have went because it would have been problematic. Because we talk about the destruction of the black family all day, every day, and twice on Sunday. We do that and we don't even talk about that on YouTube. We talk about that in the conversations that we be having with our homeboys, our homegirls, when we be at the barbershop and everything like that. That's what we talk about. When we be talking about what they be doing out here, how they be killing black men out in the street and everything like that, how we be talking about what happened to Brittany with that no-knock warrant and everything like that, we be talking about the survival of the black family. You didn't know what was going on in that comic book because truth be told, you wasn't reading that comic book like that, if at all. That's fine. That's okay. Because you're not responsible to a degree for what the people that are viewing your channel, decisions they make. They should go other places and get informed as well. So this is what took place with the Marvels. Comic book fans didn't support it. And comic book fans, by and large, stopped supporting the Marvels during phase 3. Because comic book fans talk. Aldous Hodge is my top 3 choices for T'Challa. You and D-Real are 2 scholars in a sea of content creators. And we gonna keep doing what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep leveling up our knowledge and everything like that, because it's not enough. And thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Kamoyo. We see it out here, and the more I get into it, and I feel bad for not really doing the comic book content like I should and everything, because I know we need to get the comic book content out to y'all and everything like that. For those that don't read, come on over here and get the comic book. Right now, I have Creed issues 1 through 4 on their own separate playlist. It is available for consumption. I'm going to do the same thing with the Photon miniseries that Dr. Eve Ewing did. I'm going to do a review on all 5 issues, have that up on its own separate playlist. And once I get done with Doom War, Deadliest of the Species, Power, and Doom War will have their own separate, will be together in one large playlist. So when somebody starts spouting that nonsense about Shuri got the mantle after T'Challa, you'll be able to just send them that playlist and let them be great. They won't have to worry about reading a comic book. But that's what it's boiling down to. Like I said, it needs to be something where the information is shared. The information is shared. You can't get taken advantage of as a consumer. You can't have the wool pulled over your eyes as a content provider, because sometimes I think that's what they do. They take for granted we not gonna read and we just gonna say whatever. No, we need to let Marvel know we out here in these streets. Make sure I get caught up on these notes. Let me see. What is season 2? So Kahori, y'all make sure y'all check that out. Jonathan Majors, I think he did a great job with that. I think that's about it, man. I thank y'all so much for rocking with me today. My wife is about to get off. Y'all know how we like to do that high five, quality time. She's about to get off and everything. Hope y'all enjoyed my temporary office and everything like that. Let me make sure I stay with these notes. Yes, this is an actual green screen. Me and my wife want to do some acting and everything like that. So we try and make the most of what we have going on here in the house. Let me see. Make sure I keep up with these notes before we get on up out of here. Let me see. Grand Madam is in the building. Grand Madam, I ain't got my glasses on. I can't see that far. Okay, this is what we're looking at, right? So I wear contact lenses. Contact lenses are too old for me to even talk about. So I wear these reading glasses. Well, with the contact lenses being old, I do have a vision appointment on December 6th. But with the contacts being what they are, my right contact split. So I have one contact in, so I can see far here. Well, not, but this one ain't seeing nothing. So yeah, that's what that is. So my vision is limited. But yeah, we got Grand Madam in the building. Ronnie, thank you so much for being here. Miss Keita was in the building. Thank you so much, Miss Keita. Nico Bean with the steam, the youngest dragon on the team. The Kamoyo Kid, great, Mr. Paul Martin. Yeah, thank y'all so much, man, for pulling up this afternoon special holiday edition of What a Week It Was Wednesday. My brother D-Real will be coming to y'all tomorrow, and I believe we're both going to be pulling up on D-Real's live tomorrow. But Thursday, I won't be doing anything. If I do, it'll just be comic book reviews. Thursday, he won't be having a live. So make sure you got your notifications on and everything like that. Tarot readings, go check out Grandma Tarot, because she's been dropping some readings the past few days. Make sure y'all get up on that and everything. But listen, that's my time. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Thank y'all so much. Listen, the knowledge is yours to go get. However you go get it is how you go get it. But if, like I said, no excuses. If you don't read, that's not a prerequisite. Just make sure you link up with one of these fine YouTubers out here that has that knowledge, so you can be in the know. If you're gonna go on your smart device and you want to study up on these heroes and everything like that, anytime you're looking for a Marvel superhero, make sure you type in 616 after that hero's real name or their superhero name, and that will be how you get their comic book history. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Peace.